Sunny Hostin, a prominent co-host of The View, and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, have long been regarded as one of America's most admired power couples. Their public image was one of success, prestige, and unshakable unity, a legal expert and television personality paired with a top-tier medical professional. However, beneath the glossy facade of their seemingly perfect lives lies a story of scandal, financial ruin, and legal turmoil that has left both their personal and professional worlds in disarray. At the heart of this unfolding drama is a lawsuit accusing Dr. Emmanuel Hostin of orchestrating a sprawling insurance fraud scheme. According to court documents, Hostin allegedly conspired with nearly 200 other defendants to perform unnecessary surgeries and submit fraudulent medical bills. The lawsuit, filed by American Transit Insurance Company, accuses Hostin and his co-conspirators of exploiting New York's no-fault insurance laws, which require companies to cover medical expenses for car accident victims regardless of fault. The allegations are staggering. Hostin is accused of billing for procedures that were either unnecessary or never performed, siphoning millions of dollars from the healthcare system. The potential damages claimed in the lawsuit amount to a jaw-dropping $450 million. This case is not just any legal dispute. It is being prosecuted under the Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations (RICO) Act, a legal framework typically reserved for dismantling organized crime syndicates. As one observer noted, this is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York, bigger than the mafia. Hostin has vehemently denied all allegations through his attorney, dismissing the lawsuit as a baseless attempt by a struggling insurance company to avoid paying its obligations. Sunny Hostin has echoed this sentiment, slamming the lawsuit as a disgusting media smear campaign against her family. Despite their denials, the accusations have cast a dark shadow over their once sterling reputations. Adding to the chaos is the couple's shocking bankruptcy filing. Insiders were baffled by how a couple earning millions could suddenly find themselves drowning in debt. Court documents reveal that their liabilities far outweigh their assets, with figures so staggering that even Sunny's impressive salary from The View barely scratches the surface of their financial obligations. Their lavish lifestyle, marked by designer wardrobes, sprawling real estate and luxury cars, was meticulously curated for public admiration. However, it now appears that this opulent facade was built on shaky ground. The bankruptcy filing has raised suspicions among legal experts, some of whom speculate that it may be a calculated move to shield their remaining assets from the mounting lawsuits. Whether strategic or desperate, the timing of the bankruptcy underscores the severity of their financial predicament. For Sunny Hostin, the scandal has created a precarious balancing act. Known for her outspoken commentary on ethics, justice and morality, she now faces accusations of hypocrisy. Critics have pointed out the irony of someone who has built a career calling out corruption and inequality being embroiled in such a scandal. Some have even called for her resignation from The View, claiming that her family's legal troubles are a distraction from the show's mission. Despite the mounting pressure, Sunny isn't going down without a fight. In addition to defending her husband, she has taken aim at the media's coverage of the scandal, accusing outlets of sensationalizing the story to boost ratings. Furthermore, Sunny and her husband have reportedly filed a countersuit against American Transit, seeking damages for defamation and emotional distress. The amount, a cool $5 million, though Sunny has hinted that this figure could climb as the case progresses. Still, the public remains unconvinced by Sunny's narrative. Many are questioning her decision to stay silent about the allegations for so long, especially given her platform on The View. While she has been quick to comment on other high-profile legal cases, her reluctance to address her husband's situation has raised eyebrows. Is she protecting her family, or is she avoiding the spotlight for fear of incriminating herself by association? It's a question that doesn't have an easy answer. As the legal proceedings unfold, one can't help but wonder what the future holds for the Hostins. Can they clear their names and rebuild their lives? Or is this the beginning of the end for the once admired couple? One thing is certain, this story is far from over, and as new details continue to emerge, the public will be watching closely. After all, nothing captivates like a real-life drama involving fame, fortune, and a spectacular fall from grace. At the core of the ongoing legal turmoil surrounding Sunny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, is a lawsuit that reads more like the plot of a high-stakes crime drama than a typical legal dispute. The allegations brought forth by American Transit Insurance Company accused Dr. Hostin of being at the epicenter of a sprawling insurance fraud scheme that allegedly siphoned millions of dollars from the healthcare system. This lawsuit, invoking the Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations RICO Act, marks one of the largest investigations of its kind in New York State history, drawing comparisons to the takedowns of organized crime syndicates. According to the 698-page complaint, Dr. Hostin, along with nearly 200 other defendants, allegedly orchestrated a sophisticated operation to exploit New York's no-fault insurance laws. These laws mandate that insurance companies cover medical expenses for car accident victims, irrespective of fault. The lawsuit claims that Dr. Hostin and his co-conspirators manipulated this system by performing unnecessary surgeries and submitting fraudulent medical bills. The alleged scheme involved kickbacks disguised as legitimate business investments, falsified medical records, and phantom surgeries, procedures billed to insurance companies but never actually performed. One particularly damning example cited in the complaint involves a patient who, after a minor fender bender, underwent arthroscopic surgery despite showing no signs of significant injury. Such cases, the lawsuit asserts, were not isolated incidents but part of a broader pattern of fraudulent activity. The potential damages sought by American Transit Insurance Company total a staggering $450 million, underscoring the magnitude of the alleged fraud. Dr. Hostin has vehemently denied these allegations, issuing a statement through his attorney that labels the lawsuit as a blanket scattered-shot meritless lawsuit. His legal team argues that the case is a baseless attempt by a struggling insurance company to avoid its financial obligations. Sunny Hostin has echoed this defense, publicly condemning the lawsuit as a disgusting media smear campaign aimed at tarnishing her family's reputation. She has accused American Transit of leveraging her celebrity status to amplify the scandal, further complicating the public discourse surrounding the case. Despite these denials, the allegations have sent shockwaves through the medical community and beyond. Patients who once trusted Dr. Hostin with their health now find themselves questioning the integrity of his practice. Even if he is ultimately cleared of wrongdoing, the reputational damage may prove irreversible. Meanwhile, the invocation of the RICO Act adds a layer of gravity to the proceedings, as it suggests that the alleged fraud was not merely an isolated act, but part of a coordinated criminal enterprise. For Dr. Hostin, the stakes could not be higher. His once sterling career in medicine hangs precariously in the balance, overshadowed by accusations that threaten to define his legacy. The financial unraveling of Sunny Hostin and Dr. Emmanuel Hostin has been as dramatic as it is perplexing. Despite their combined earnings that would make many envious, the couple finds themselves mired in a financial quagmire, underscored by their recent bankruptcy filing. This development has sparked widespread speculation and scrutiny, as insiders grapple with how a duo earning millions annually could plummet into such dire straits. Court documents paint a grim picture of their financial health, revealing that their liabilities significantly outweigh their assets. Reports suggest that even Sunny's substantial salary from The View is insufficient to cover the mountain of financial obligations they've amassed. From designer wardrobes to sprawling real estate, their lifestyle was a testament to opulence and public admiration. However, this carefully curated image of affluence now appears to have been constructed on precarious foundations, collapsing under the weight of accumulating lawsuits and exorbitant legal fees. The timing of their bankruptcy declaration raises eyebrows and invites debate over its intent. Legal experts are divided, with some viewing it as a strategic maneuver to shield their remaining assets amidst escalating legal battles. Declaring bankruptcy could potentially provide a buffer against the numerous lawsuits piling up against them, particularly the headline-grabbing RICO case. Others see it as a desperate measure, indicative of a couple overwhelmed by their financial mismanagement and the enormity of their legal challenges. This financial debacle not only highlights the fragility of their economic empire, but also casts a shadow over their public image. The juxtaposition of their lavish expenditures against their current insolvency paints a picture of fiscal imprudence and perhaps misplaced priorities. As they navigate this financial storm, the couple faces not only the daunting task of salvaging their assets, but also the challenge of restoring their credibility in the eyes of the public and their peers. In essence, the bankruptcy filing is more than a mere financial hiccup for Sunny Hostin and Dr. Emmanuel Hostin. It represents a critical juncture that could redefine their personal and professional trajectories. Whether viewed as a strategic shield or a cry for help, it undeniably marks the collapse of an illusion of prosperity, leaving them to grapple with the harsh realities of their financial decisions and the ensuing legal entanglements. For Sunny Hostin, the fallout from her husband's legal troubles extends far beyond the courtroom. Her once unassailable position as a co-host on The View, a role that capitalized on her sharp legal mind and moral authority, has been thrown into jeopardy. Critics and colleagues alike are questioning whether her outspoken advocacy for justice and accountability can coexist with the scandal engulfing her family. The irony is palpable. A woman celebrated for exposing societal inequities now finds herself at the center of a controversy that threatens to undermine her credibility. The accusations against Dr. Emmanuel Hostin have placed Sunny in an impossible position. On one hand, she has remained steadfast in defending her husband, labeling the lawsuit as a frivolous and desperate attempt to smear his name. Her fiery rebuttals and accusations of a media smear campaign have drawn attention to her loyalty as a spouse. Yet, this unwavering defense has also fueled perceptions of hypocrisy. How, critics ask, can someone who has built a career decrying corruption and inequality reconcile her public persona with the allegations against her husband? The disconnect has led some to call for her resignation from The View, arguing that her family's legal woes distract from the show's mission of fostering meaningful dialogue. The tension is not limited to external critics. Behind the scenes at The View, sources report growing unease among Sunny's co-hosts and network executives. Long-time viewers of the show are accustomed to spirited debates, but recent episodes have revealed cracks in the panel's dynamic. A particularly heated exchange between Sunny and co-host Alyssa Farah Griffin highlighted the strain. When Griffin challenged Sunny's tendency to make sweeping generalizations about voters, Sunny snapped back, "I don't need a lecture from you." The moment quickly went viral, sparking speculation that the friction between the two women runs deeper than professional disagreements. Similarly, Sunny's relationship with Joy Behar, once considered an unshakable alliance, has reportedly grown strained. Behar, a veteran of the show, is said to be frustrated with Sunny's penchant for dominating conversations and steering discussions toward controversial topics, often at the expense of the show's broader appeal. Network executives at ABC find themselves in an increasingly difficult position. On one hand, Sunny remains one of the most dynamic voices on The View, bringing a legal perspective and fiery passion that resonate with a significant segment of the audience. Her ability to tackle complex issues with authority has been a cornerstone of the show's success. On the other hand, her growing list of controversies, coupled with the ongoing legal drama involving her husband, has made her a polarizing figure. Executives are reportedly divided on how to proceed. Some argue that the time has come for a shakeup, suggesting that removing Sunny might help restore the show's credibility. Others caution that such a move could alienate her loyal fanbase and exacerbate the very tensions it seeks to resolve. Amid these internal struggles, Sunny has attempted to reclaim control of the narrative. In addition to defending her husband, she has launched a countersuit against American Transit Insurance Company, seeking $5 million in damages for defamation and emotional distress. This bold move underscores her determination to fight back against what she perceives as an unjust attack on her family. Yet, it has done little to quell public skepticism. Many viewers have questioned why Sunny remained silent about the allegations for so long, especially given her platform on The View. While she has been quick to weigh in on other high-profile legal cases, her reluctance to address her husband's situation has raised eyebrows. Is she shielding her family, or is she avoiding scrutiny that might implicate her by association? The ambiguity has only deepened the rift between Sunny and those who once admired her. For The View, the stakes are equally high. A show that thrives on debate and differing opinions relies heavily on the trust its audience places in its hosts. Yet, as the scandals surrounding Sunny continue to pile up, that trust is being tested like never before. The show's credibility hinges not only on the authenticity of its hosts, but also on their ability to navigate complex issues without appearing hypocritical. For Sunny, the challenge is twofold: to salvage her personal reputation while ensuring that her professional contributions do not detract from the show's mission. As the legal proceedings unfold, the question remains, can Sunny Hostin weather this storm, or will her career on The View become collateral damage in the wake of her husband's legal battles? The media's portrayal of Sunny Hostin and her husband's legal troubles has played a pivotal role in shaping public perception, often amplifying the scandal to levels that transcend the facts of the case. From the moment the RICO lawsuit surfaced, headlines across major outlets seized on the sensational nature of the allegations, framing the story as a dramatic fall from grace for one of television's most recognizable personalities. Phrases like "spectacular fall from grace" and "largest RICO case in New York history" dominated coverage, creating an aura of inevitability around the couple's demise. This narrative has not only influenced how the public views Sunny and Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, but has also complicated their efforts to defend themselves against what they describe as a baseless attack. Social media platforms have further amplified the spectacle, with hashtags like #SunnyGate and #HostinScandal trending alongside memes mocking the couple's lavish lifestyle. Critics have seized on these moments to highlight perceived contradictions between Sunny's public advocacy for social justice and the allegations of greed and corruption leveled against her husband. For instance, posts juxtaposing images of Sunny's designer wardrobe with quotes about inequality have gone viral, fueling accusations of hypocrisy. Meanwhile, supporters have rallied behind her, accusing the media of sensationalism and bias. Comments like "they're tearing her apart because she speaks truth to power" reflect the polarized reactions the scandal has elicited. Public opinion has been similarly divided. Polls conducted by entertainment news outlets reveal a near-even split between those who believe Sunny is complicit in her husband's alleged schemes and those who view her as a victim of circumstance. A significant portion of respondents expressed skepticism about her silence regarding the allegations, questioning whether her loyalty to Dr. Hostin compromises her integrity. Others, however, have praised her resilience, applauding her decision to file a countersuit against American Transit Insurance Company and labeling the lawsuit as a witch hunt. This dichotomy underscores the complexity of the scandal, where public sentiment oscillates between outrage and sympathy depending on the latest developments. However, navigating this legal minefield is fraught with challenges. The invocation of the RICO Act adds a layer of complexity that neither Sunny nor Dr. Hostin can afford to underestimate. Prosecutors have framed the case as a coordinated criminal enterprise, implicating Dr. Hostin in a web of fraudulent activities that extend far beyond his individual actions. Convincing a jury otherwise will require dismantling the prosecution's narrative piece by piece, a task that demands meticulous preparation and airtight arguments. Moreover, the sheer scale of the lawsuit, with nearly 200 defendants and $450 million in alleged damages, means that the case will likely drag on for years, draining resources and prolonging the public scrutiny. Another significant hurdle is the reputational damage that has already taken root. Even if they prevail in court, the stigma of the allegations may linger, affecting both their personal and professional lives. For Dr. Hostin, regaining the trust of patients and peers in the medical community could prove to be an uphill battle. Similarly, Sunny's standing on The View and her broader career as a public figure hang in the balance. The show's executives are reportedly monitoring the situation closely, weighing the potential impact of her continued presence on the panel. Should public sentiment turn decisively against her, the network may face pressure to distance itself from her, further complicating her efforts to rebuild her image. Despite these challenges, Sunny and Dr. Hostin remain resolute. Their legal team has assembled a roster of top-tier attorneys specializing in complex litigation, signaling their commitment to mounting a robust defense. They have also explored alternative strategies, such as negotiating settlements with lesser-known parties involved in the case, to reduce the number of adversaries and streamline the legal process. At the same time, they have sought to mitigate the financial strain by strategically managing their assets and leveraging the bankruptcy filing to shield what remains of their estate. Ultimately, the outcome of this legal saga will hinge on their ability to navigate the intricate interplay of law, public opinion, and media scrutiny. While the road ahead is fraught with uncertainty, one thing is clear: Sunny Hostin and Dr. Emmanuel Hostin are prepared to fight tooth and nail to protect their futures. Whether their strategies will prove effective in clearing their names, or at least mitigating the fallout, remains to be seen. But as the legal proceedings unfold, their every move will be scrutinized, analyzed, and debated, shaping not only their destinies, but also the broader narrative of accountability, privilege, and redemption in the public eye. The unraveling of Sunny Hostin and Dr. Emmanuel Hostin's lives serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between ambition and integrity, particularly for those in the public eye. Their story is not merely one of personal failure, but a cautionary tale about the perils of prioritizing image over substance. For years, the couple cultivated an aura of success, projecting an unshakable image of wealth, prestige, and moral authority. Yet, beneath this meticulously curated facade, lay vulnerabilities that ultimately expose them to catastrophic consequences. Their experience underscores a universal truth: the higher one climbs, the more precarious the fall, and the greater the scrutiny when the facade crumbles. At its core, this scandal highlights the immense pressure faced by public figures to maintain appearances. Sunny Hostin, in particular, built her career on advocating for justice and equality, positioning herself as a voice for the marginalized. However, the allegations against her husband have cast a glaring spotlight on the contradictions between her public advocacy and private choices. Critics have been quick to point out the irony of someone who champions accountability finding herself embroiled in accusations of systemic fraud. This dissonance has not only damaged her credibility, but also raised questions about the sustainability of living a double life, one defined by lofty ideals and another by questionable actions. The lesson here is clear: the pursuit of success must be tempered by authenticity, lest the gap between image and reality widen to unsustainable proportions. The couple's financial collapse further illustrates the dangers of overextending oneself in the pursuit of status. Their lavish lifestyle, marked by designer wardrobes, sprawling real estate, and luxury cars, was emblematic of their desire to project an image of affluence. Yet, this opulence masked a fragile financial foundation, leaving them ill-prepared for the legal and financial storms that followed. Their bankruptcy filing, coupled with allegations of fraudulent activity, reveals the risks of prioritizing appearances over prudent financial management. For anyone aspiring to emulate their lifestyle, the takeaway is sobering. Material wealth, when pursued at the expense of stability, can become a house of cards waiting to collapse. Moreover, the scandal underscores the thin line between success and scandal in today's hyper-connected world. The media's relentless coverage of the couple's troubles has amplified every misstep, turning what might have been a private legal matter into a public spectacle. Social media, in particular, has played a pivotal role in shaping the narrative, with hashtags and memes reducing complex issues to simplistic judgments. This phenomenon highlights the dual-edged nature of modern fame. While it offers unparalleled opportunities for influence, it also subjects individuals to unprecedented levels of scrutiny and judgment. For public figures like Sunny Hostin, the challenge lies in navigating this landscape with transparency and humility, recognizing that trust, once broken, is exceedingly difficult to rebuild. Finally, the Hostin's ordeal serves as a broader commentary on the societal obsession with perfection. In an era where social media platforms celebrate curated versions of reality, the pressure to appear flawless can lead individuals to compromise their values or engage in risky behavior to sustain the illusion. The couple's downfall is a testament to the unsustainable nature of this pursuit, reminding us that true success is not measured by accolades or possessions but by the alignment of one's actions with their principles. As their story unfolds, it offers a poignant reflection on the cost of maintaining a public image and the importance of staying grounded in authenticity, even when the world seems intent on pulling you in the opposite direction. As the legal proceedings against Sunny Hostin and Dr. Emmanuel Hostin unfold, the future remains shrouded in uncertainty. The resolution of their case, which hinges on the intricacies of the RICO Act and the strength of the evidence presented, could take years to reach a definitive conclusion. Given the complexity of the allegations and the number of parties involved, it is conceivable that the legal battle will extend well into the foreseeable future, leaving both their personal and professional lives in limbo. For Dr. Hostin, the stakes are particularly high. Even if he is ultimately acquitted, the reputational damage incurred may irreparably tarnish his standing in the medical community. Patients who once entrusted him with their health may find it difficult to reconcile his past actions with the care they received, potentially jeopardizing his ability to rebuild his career. Sunny Hostin's trajectory, meanwhile, is equally uncertain. Her role on The View, a position that has long been a cornerstone of her public identity, is under increasing scrutiny. Network executives at ABC face a challenging decision, whether to retain her as a co-host amid mounting controversies, or to distance the show from the scandal enveloping her family. If public sentiment continues to sour, the network may feel compelled to make a change, potentially sidelining Sunny, or even terminating her contract altogether. Such a move would not only mark the end of an era for her career, but also raise questions about her ability to pivot to other opportunities in the entertainment or legal fields. Her outspoken nature, once a defining asset, may now be perceived as a liability, complicating her efforts to reinvent herself professionally. Beyond the immediate legal and professional implications, the couple's personal lives are likely to remain profoundly affected. The financial strain imposed by the bankruptcy filing and mounting legal fees will necessitate significant lifestyle adjustments. Their once lavish existence may give way to a more modest reality as they work to stabilize their finances and rebuild trust with creditors. Additionally, the emotional toll of the scandal cannot be overstated. The constant media scrutiny, public backlash, and strain on their marriage will test their resilience and ability to endure the prolonged legal process. Whether they emerge from this ordeal with their relationship intact remains an open question, as the pressures of the case could either strengthen their bond or drive them further apart. Looking ahead, the outcome of their legal battles will undoubtedly shape their legacy. If they succeed in clearing their names, they may attempt to rehabilitate their public image, though the scars of the scandal will likely linger. Conversely, a guilty verdict would cement their fall from grace, relegating them to the annals of infamy. Regardless of the outcome, their story serves as a cautionary tale about the fragility of success and the perils of prioritizing appearances over authenticity. As new details emerge and the public continues to watch closely, one thing is certain: the Hostin's journey is far from over, and the path forward will be fraught with challenges, choices, and consequences that will define their legacy for years to come.